ISMA and MSS were in action again this past weekend out to Michigan for Berlin Great Lakes Classic 60. 2 days of racing, Friday and Saturday. I've got the Saturday portion winner with me here, right here. Mike McVetta finished 8th on Friday, won the race on Saturday, and it sounds like he had a chance maybe to win them both. But the big story on Saturday is Mike Ordway had been owning this event the past few years, but Mike McVetta was able to get by and take the win. So let's head out to Medina, Ohio, where we had to move Mike McVetta outside. We didn't have a good signal, so he's out in the 90-degree weather. How we doing, Mike?
Good. How you doing, Doug?
Good. Sounds much better this time, so we're off to a good start. So let's start with Friday, because it sounds to me like you were on your way to the front on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I got my typical pill draw, I like to call it. We started 9th, and I was working on Mo Lilgy for 2nd, and did the famous step on it and drove my nose wing right into his left rear with about 5 to go, and that just threw the anchor out, and back we went. But, we had a really strong car that was maneuverable. Making our way to the front just wasn't meant to be.
And when I was talking to you before I hit the record button, you said it was, I can't remember the term you used, but this was all on you, in other words, you said.
Oh, 100%. This was my doing. Just got in too hot, wasn't patient, but, it was a teaching moment for Saturday because we were exceptionally patient on Saturday.
But I could see how this could happen. You're picking up cars. Here you are. You're working on 2nd place. You still had enough laps to go to catch Ordway, didn't you?
It was hard to say at that point. I didn't know that there was going to be a caution with 3 laps to go to set up a final run. It would have been get by Mo and Chase. And I don't know if we would have got it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the caution still happened and we had gotten around Mo in that last 3-lap shootout. Not sure what would have happened, but we had a solid car all weekend.
So what happened to the wing?
It folded up and went just about flat and gave 0 downforce to the front of the car, and we slowed down about 2 seconds a lap.
So you picked up an immediate push, basically, at that moment, right?
Huge push.
Undrivable push?
It was drivable for 3 laps.
And then it just got worse or something, or?
Then they threw the checkered.
Oh, it was that late. Oh, I didn't realize it was that late when that all happened.
Yep, we dropped that far that quick.
Dropped back to 8th after that too. So what were you telling yourself? Because it sounded like we had a pretty good car. So were we optimistic then coming into Saturday?
We were. We qualified well. We were 3rd both nights. We practiced well. We were in top 3, 4 both nights. And in the past 2 years, we've been really good at Berlin. We've never had a good finish. Something would always break, or we'd get in a jingle and just didn't have the results to show for it. It was good, even though Friday was a bit of a disappointment in the finish spot, but, to be that strong all weekend certainly is a positive.
Nice. By the way, fast timer on both days, winner of the Kevin Lincoln Racing sponsored Fast Qualifier Award was Tyler Schulich. We picked up $1,000 between both of those. So were we telling ourselves coming into Saturday, be patient, just take it as it comes, or what were you thinking?
I'm not sure what nice words to use for what my father-in-law, Doug Sonnier, said to me before going out for the feature,
really?
But it was basically be patient. Don't be an idiot.
Maybe not in those exact words, but right?
Yeah, maybe not that nice. But, it was justified because I needed it the night before. So, we just waited for the opportunity. I could see Otto was getting tighter and tighter. And then, he slipped up in 1 and 2, and around him I went.
Lap 43 was when that happened. So he just kind of just went up the racetrack, tail end got a little loose on him, or?
Yeah, no, he just pushed. His car was tight and just missed 1 and 2. And if you miss going into turn 1, more often than not, you're going to miss coming out of 2. And, I was right on his bumper and was able to dive to the inside and take him down the back straightaway.
And right when that was happening, that's the picture you're seeing, by the way. So that is right when it happened right there. So once you got in front, were you feeling pretty good, or were you still thinking, Mike Ordway's still out there?
I kept seeing the camera flashes, so I kept thinking, man, somebody is still on my bumper. Otto wasn't bad at all. And I didn't think that we were pulling away. So whenever I saw, 17 laps to go, my thought was these tires should hold up for 17 laps. I'm going to give it every inch I got and use everything I had.
So we were driving 100% at that moment then.
110%, Doug.
110 even, okay. Because I talked to you guys leading up to this, and some of you said that tires can be an issue at this track and that you do have to make sure you take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very good to the tires for the first 43 laps. Didn't slip them at all.
Nice.
And did my best to manage so that we had something at the end.
Got to be a great feeling when you do get yourself in that position. They're falling off, and you're getting better. As a driver, you must have been salivating under the hood, under the helmet, right?
Oh, absolutely. Jeffrey Abel did this to me twice last year at the High Miler and then at Evans Mills, so it was good to be on the other end of it.
So the car was just that good. The setup, you just nailed the setup on this one.
Yeah, we did. The guys just stagger was perfect, setup was perfect, and it just all fell into place.
Okay. Nothing interesting happened after that? Were you getting any traffic or anything like that?
Berlin, there was a lot of lap traffic. It was like every couple laps you'd catch another lap car. It was like there was never a moment to breathe, and in the thought that if someone's right behind you, you're better. You can get and running away.
I see.
But there was always lap traffic every couple laps, so you always got held up just a little bit, and always wondering if somebody was going to peek around you.
Do they use a passing flag?
They do not with ISMA.
Oh, is there instructions? Are they told to hold their line or anything like that?
Yep, that's it. Hold your line.
Just hold your line. Okay, so as long as they do that, and your car was maneuverable like it was, it sounds like it shouldn't have been a problem, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just, Berlin is one of those racetracks where, I saw at least 3 grooves being used there.
Really?
So there's a lot of options on where that lap car can hold his line.
Were you
so
better?
It's not quite as easy.
Were you better outside, inside, or something like that?
We were pretty good everywhere, but we were really good on the bottom.
Okay. That's why we see him on the bottom on this picture here, getting by Otto. I understand now they have a rescheduled show this Friday. You're not going to be able to make that, though, right?
Yeah, unfortunately not. We'd like to go up there and honestly do the double. But, kids are quarter midget racing, and, that's been our priority all year, and that's where we're headed this weekend.
Yeah, and when we talked to Mike in the offseason, he mentioned this. It was time, to get his kids out there, get them racing, concentrate on seeing if he can make them better. How are they doing right now?
They're doing pretty good. They're actually doing better than I am. They both got 2 wins on the year, so
Nice.
I've got some catching up to do. In my defense, they've run like 3 times as much as I have. But, it's so much fun going out and, working with them and seeing them improve every week and get those wins too.
Yeah. So Friday night, like we said, this is rescheduled from back on June 29th. So they are actually running this Friday at Oswego. The double he's talking about is obviously sticking around on Saturday and running without the wing. When will we see you on the tour again?
We'll be at the High Miler in 2 weeks.
July 26th, July 27th, the High Miler Nationals out at Sandusky Speedway. Is that, in your mind, maybe one of the most popular events on the schedule?
Yeah, it's certainly up there towards the top, but, after being at Berlin for the 3rd year, man, that's going to quickly become one of those crown jewel super modified events. Jeff Striegel and his team at Berlin are just knocking it out of the park.
That's good to hear. It'll be 3 race weekends in a row for the teams, too, so that is something going on right there. So, Mike, I appreciate your time. Thanks for getting right back to me. Now you guys know how Saturday and Friday went. We'll have Mike Ordway up tomorrow as we'll be chatting with him on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your night, Mike. Go back in and get nice and cool now, okay? I've had you out in the sun long enough, all right?
All right, sounds good, Doug. Thank you.
You take care. And, of course, we'll have lots more stuff this year right here on the website. You can also check it out on the YouTube channel as well.